the Honorable Minister, Minister Stelanda Beni Abrahams, Mr. Andile Ngaba, the President of the Digital Council Africa, Dr. Hoshienso Ramahupa, the CEO of Infrastructure South Africa, Ms. Juanita Clark, the Chief Executive Officer of the Digital Council Africa, Mr. Kashifu Abdullahi, the Director General, National Information Technology Development Agency of Nigeria, all leadership of the sector, dignitaries and colleagues. As we move to second gear in our digital transformation journey, our country is being pressed to increase pace and switch to a higher gear. The COVID-19 pandemic provided a glimpse of what can be achieved by organizations and households alike. From remote work to distributed teams, online learning, and everything in between, society has become accustomed to what we now commonly refer to as the new normal. This increased pace of technological adoption has without doubt become a pull factor for the public sector to re-examine its ecosystem of service delivery. With the local government sector at the coalface of service delivery, it goes without mention that there is a shift in thinking in this space, which squarely looks at this model and architecture. It must be stated that the pace of digital technology advancement from a supply side and the expansion of use cases, which is the demand side, is already in the fourth gear. So the conversation is not about now, but rather about the next 5 to 10 years. How do we envisage what society and the public sector will look like? What are some of the key use cases, customer journeys, and demand dynamics that will emerge? The fourth and eventually the fifth industrial revolution will deliver hyperconnectivity, data-rich platforms, high-speed processing, as well as autonomous devices and vehicles. This hyperconnectivity beyond the Internet of Things will no doubt affect all facets of society and direct impact on the quality of life of our citizens and how organizations conduct themselves in terms of the business. The fourth industrial revolution rather, and the fifth industrial revolution would deliver hyperconnectivity, data-rich platforms, high-speed processing, as well as autonomous devices and vehicles. This hyperconnectivity beyond the Internet of Things will affect the facets of society and direct the impact of society on the quality of life of our citizens and how organizations conduct business. We hear of location-based services, wearable technology, augmented work, and artificial intelligence-enabled robotics, digital twins, blockchain, and all other exciting emergent technologies as being part of our future lives. However, we need a holistic view, which today, in order for us to be ready for these technologies, along with core foundational infrastructure to anchor this new world. Telecommunications infrastructure is at the core of this foundational infrastructure. It is the bedrock that will enable strong platforms such as cloud infrastructure, as well as downstream application and services. A digital framework, be it for the future work of smart cities, will draw from these elements. Telecommunication infrastructure, platforms, integration services, as well as user-facing application will make this framework. I would also point out to other phases of cyber and information security, as well as governance implications in this new architecture. Lastly, there is the vital piece that is human capital, the new skills, the mindsets that are required to pull it all together. So how do we actualize and drive this forward? A roadmap that brings all stakeholders, both in the public and private sector, is required. We have already embarked on a new public service, which we commonly refer in our own country as one public sector. Again, the local government sector will deliver mostly of what citizens will experience. It cannot, however, do this alone. Attendees of this forum, along with the telecom industry players, are critical in building that essential infrastructure. The multiple use case from a digitized public service will impact all types of municipalities, rural and otherwise. Solely focusing on metropolitan areas will not only provide for partial development, but also lead to increased urban migration. As such, we require to invest in telecommunication infrastructure to deliver the adequate connectivity for the country at large, thus empowering all municipalities to deliver on their developmental mandate while unlocking new economic opportunities in their localities. As a sector, we have begun anchoring our strategies and efforts towards a digitized sector, and we invite all of you to hop in and be part of this journey. Let's switch gear and navigate the corners and avenues in unison. Let's ensure we deliver reliable and affordable hyperconnectivity to our citizens and unlock endless economic opportunities at their doorsteps. It is beyond working from home. It is beyond having virtual meetings, but about a reimagined world of collaboration, new commerce, innovation, and a simplified yet harmonized local government sector. We remain in the second gear if we don't harness the energies in the telecom infrastructure space by accelerating the rollout of fiber and other wireless networks, equitable and also on a broad-based basis as possible. So broadband is our invisible hero in this whole 4IR conversation. And equally, it is a silent killer if not prioritized and delivered. A lot of work has been delivered and continues to be done through various structures of the fourth industrial revolution, but there is still room for more. There is enough space in this vehicle. Let's continue in this path and head in the same direction and keep this energy to fuel us to get to that milestone of a digitized economy and a simplified life for all. I thank you.